I do want to say a couple of thank yous. I'm actually going to cut this and put this right at the beginning. So I want to say thank you to Ben from Second Dynasty, first of all, for creating such a large amount of resources and products that do actually work together 99% of the time. So thank you so much for that. It's you're bringing a lot of joy to a lot of people, including myself. Not my partner. My lady upstairs hates us. She's like, "Where's it gonna go?" I'm like, "In the workshop." So we're in the workshop. Find a spot. But thank you nonetheless. A lot of people. And also thanks to John. You are this amazing. Thank you so much, and always so nice to talk to both of you. As one community where you can ask dumb questions and you actually get answers. And so I appreciate the input that you guys put into the community. I'm really looking forward to the scavenger vehicle. I feel like, and that other Chimera that you posted about, do check out their last live stream for their. That was beautiful. And too late to change this, but I might do a standalone in the future. But yeah, maybe I could put with all this extra wasted space, maybe I could have a couple launch bays. You've given me some ideas, Ben. So Namihi Nui. Kia ora everyone. So here we are with another update, episode number 2 of the Chimera Plus Plus, the plus times 2, the extra for the sake of being extra. A lot of work, as you can already see, if you've just watched the first episode, there are a few changes which I will get to, and I've also printed a few bits which I'll show you shortly. You have to excuse my very dirty top. I've just finished painting, anyway, let's dive right into it. So we'll start back how we started last time, I think, through the entranceway. And anything white, by the way, is what I've printed. I've currently, if you can hear in the background, got these little pieces printing. But note to self for the future, I don't usually have a problem with stringing. But how I positioned these two pieces, I have a major problem with stringing. So, anyway, we'll have a look at that soon. So yeah, let's have a little tour around here. So this is the front hangar bay. Now originally I designed this to be quite large and quite tall, but I realized after the fact that these hang down like this and they come forward like such, which means you don't actually have too big of a clearance. I was originally going to be putting a quite a large, if you're familiar with it, a Bane blade. That was the intention. Fit in there. No longer going to be the case. No longer will fit, but that's okay. I'm sure there's lots of other vehicles that can, and it's just changed purpose, which is fine. And so yeah, I've printed that, and I've had to bulk up the frame. Now this is still a work in progress, as you can see up there. It's still a lot to be done, and just to make sure it's secure. A lot of this is going to be trial and error, I think, when it actually comes to printing. So we've got this little room in here. This room does absolutely nothing, except for it offers another way in and out. Maybe there's a whole lot of boxes jamming these doors, and it's just quicker to run through this. Who knows? Anyway, this leads you into this room, which is, again, taken off. So this is simply a drop room. So there's a ladder here, and the idea is you'll have these jump seats for infantry to be able to either run up the front or exit through the staircase here. That door takes you through into the back cargo room. So we have a quick look there. That's kind of all I've done there. But let's go through here, and then through this. This is your weapons room. Now I'm gonna have a look, and I've only kind of found a few of these weapon lockers. Just need to double check that they're not that they are different, because at the moment they're all the same guns, and it would be cool to have different guns or different stuff on there. Some more storage lockers, and some more guns on here. There's a lot of guns. Whenever you see stuff like this on the ship, it's all just placeholders in case they find something different or better or whatever. Just yeah, so it's some storage lockers. Go all the way back down here through this door, and it takes you back into this room. Wow. So let's go up the ladder here. So looking down, same thing over there. Got a little crawl space. This takes you into our very small and just another food room. So this one here is going to be, and there's the little kitchen appliance thing there. This is just going to be a very casual small room, mainly for the bridge crew as soon as they get off or off duty, and we'll go and have a look up there in a moment. Now there. Yep, let's continue through. I've got this makeshift door. This is the only thing that I could find that doesn't really fit, but it sort of fits. So this is something I'm going to have to look at and work out what I'm going to do. I might have to cut up a few things and customize it. And I've actually customized a few things. So yeah, before we go any further, I've been creating my own parts. Well, when I say creating, I've been kit bashing existing parts to make my own parts, and you'll see that first in the bridge. I'm actually printing it now on the printer, the resin printer, while the filament FDM goes. Now, on here we've got a couple of toilets. I figured you need toilets, and this here now. So this here, this we'll go through. So to get to that room, it's kind of annoying. You have to go all the way. Where I don't actually know how to get to there. You have to go out into the cargo bay and then into the again, work in progress. Maybe there's a better design instead. Maybe I don't know. With toilets here and then having to go out and around, there must be a better way. But the idea at the moment is that this will I'll mirror this so that this wall piece will actually block in like it does here. So we've got now probably wondering what's happening here. Go meet yourself. So this is a gun workbench that I mirrored outside of the 3D.io software and put back in, and it didn't like it, but it's there and I know it fits, so that's fine. Yeah, another weapons locker because you can never have too many guns. And then yeah, so this is the main cargo space. Yellow identifying cargo here. I had a major issue with the tiles down here. Everything was slightly out of sync because I'd work on one room and then work on another room, and rather than just going like in a wave, because I had different ideas and I changed things around. It took me a while to get everything to line up. But anyway, we got it all there. And so yeah, this is a server room. So this is where all my computers and servers are going to be for the ship. And that's that. I'm not like, again, the layout here is just placeholder. These are all going to be printed so that you can move them around wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, again, not much. So yeah, that's the kind of the floor there. Now let's go up this ladder. Oop, hello. There's a toilet, another toilet, because you need toilets. So here is the bridge. Sorry, let me fix my camera. Okay, there we go. So up here, this is the ready room for the CO, the captain. And so I've just put a little room. Now this room actually came out of a necessity. So I keep looking over there because that's where I am, but you guys are there. A necessity for the structural for up above this ready room. And you know what? Sometimes problems. Well, you need problems just come to this. Here is the bridge. So let's have a look. So you walk in, you've got a computer and chair there, and a little standing computer there, server, a couple of seats to this big computer thing here. You got your different controls. These two look exactly the same. It'd be good if I could have a different one. You've got the pilot controls here, and I guess this is the comms person, the radar. And then this is what I've designed, but I've actually changed it since this model. Oh, and this shouldn't be sunken into the floor. There we go. It should be more like that. So I wanted the captain to be raised above the raised above the rest, superior. Now this computer, so I'll actually show you this model of where I'm printing in Lychee. So this is it here. So I've actually raised the computer screen. Now this is actually a gun from something, one other kit. I actually need to take a personal note about where I've got these parts from, so that when it comes to... No, I don't. No, it's all good. Never mind. I can forget where the parts came from. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, I've lined it up. Now I actually customize this a little bit. Use Inkura because I am not overly skilled when it comes to 3D modeling. I put a panel in the front here to block everything up and tried to get it all nice and equally. Same around the chair here, the chair base, and I'm super proud of this. So I tried my best to line up with the I don't know what you call it, the trim around the computer screen here to match the back of the chair. So yeah, that's really all I did. But it took a few bits of time to do that. But yeah, so the idea is, and the round bit there, they can swivel, look at the computer. He's got a screen in front of him, take phone calls, that sort of thing. Anyway, there's one bit of customized. So that's the bridge. Now another guns rack, of course. So we go back through this door. Now this is where I've still yet to work out. Now the issue is right here, I need an elevator. But there is an elevator pack that Second Dynasty does, but from what I've estimated, they're 3 inches wide, and that's too large. That would take up this whole section and wouldn't allow access to this torpedo rack here, which I'll need to show you on the outside, which is actually another change. So I'm trying to work out, because the whole idea is this floor here behind the ready room is going to be a security room. So you can see there's a security door that I've already placed in here just to see how it fits. And ER, medical room, ER, right? The idea is that when you go through here, this will be an actual hospital, and this will be the proper living quarters or transporting quarters for any guests and stuff. And in the middle here, we'll actually have a proper kitchen and dining room situation going on. And this is the top floor before you go upstairs onto the roof. And so bottom floor is still cargo space. So idea is you can have cargo going all the way to the top if you need. Yeah, and then up here is where all your living quarters, all your down on the side here there will be broadside weapons, which I'll put in if you get to get there. Anyway, but yeah, for here there's a proper medical room. ER is in there, a small one, small security, or maybe and a brig. I got to put the brig in somewhere. Is a airlock going outside. So that's that. That's kind of the main bit. Now let's go outside quickly. So I've put these VTOL engines on the front here because I felt like it's a big beast and it's going to need a little support. And I put both kinds on. So I put this very cool sci-fi looking one, but it doesn't match the rear engines. And unfortunately, there aren't any other engines that I've found like this that would work there with wall pieces. I suppose I could get rid of those and put VTOL on the back as well. I'm just not convinced yet about what I'll do. So I've put both of them different styles so I can see what it looks like. And I think I'm settling to keep everything consistent with that. Right. Now, let's go and see the progress that I've done on the... Actually, before we go there, so I've put in some torpedo tubes here. as you may have got a hint of before. Some torpedo tubes. So I figured, why not throw some torpedo tubes? Why not? So let's take the roof off. So in between the torpedo tubes, I needed to fill the space. I knew I wanted to do crawl space, also to help support the roof. And so I've done this cool little maze. I've tried my best to not make a swastika. And I think I've achieved it, but every time I glance at it, I'm like, oh no. But no, it's okay. And so cool crawl space that you can actually go all the way through. I'll need to cut out these walls, a length of these walls, to make them the actual height. So I need to work that out because it's going to bother me that it's not that high where it can be that high. I don't know. We'll need to have a look at it. Now this corner piece. So these walls, I love these walls. These are incredibly beautiful interior ship walls. The issue is they only have an internal corner, right? So it's designed all nicely on the inside. They don't have so what you would call I'm a teacher. I should know this. I taught it last term. So you've got acute. It's cute. It's small. So you got an acute corner. But what I need is a reflex corner that goes around like this. And so I found this on the. Look at the. Found this on the. Get in there, guys. On the Starship: The Next Generation, which is amazing, amazing tools. Parts and their walls and stuff. And I'm definitely going to be looking at them. Oh, pardon me. Throughout the next bit. So anyway, this is the crawl space, and nothing too exciting. Now, when you come up through here from the security room and the ER, you find that mysterious elevator. I just don't want stairs because you think about it. Even a hover stretcher. Be all real sci-fi here. Hover stretcher going downstairs. I feel like you're about to cause another injury. So there must be a way of like a vertical elevator rather than a square. I will find something. You're up there. All right. So yeah, this is where we go through, and this is our walkway. And before we go out onto the deck, take you through down here. Now, so this has got a couple of escape pods. It's really important that this ship has escape pods. That if it is going to blow up, you can run a few hundred meters to an escape pod. Hopefully, it's not a quick explosion. Still working some things out, and then we'll go to the door here. Now, there is another airlock here. Now, this takes you out onto the flight deck, which is very cool. And as you can see, I've got a couple of issues regarding these airlocks. In regards to design, I kind of need to chop them off. And that it's gonna be an interesting problem to solve. That it really is, because I need to design more of the ship to get it to flow properly. It's just and the same issue down there. And the other issue with this one here, and the other issue I have is I need to fill in this gap above the door here. And so that's not too big of an issue. You can just get the measurement of that, and then just print a rectangular prism on there. So yeah, this is a flight deck. Now it should be big enough to land this big boy, but that's not enough for Go Mit Yourself. It's not enough being able to land two of these boys or a larger ship on the flight deck. This is a VIP transport. VIPs do not come out. VIPs do not exit the vehicle where there is space and they need mag boots. They're in suits. They're very important people. Hence the VIP name. So I've got this hangar. How beautiful. And I have measured it, and I'm pretty confident that it should be able to fit. Now, what you're going to see here, this is one cluster bomb full of mix-match pieces that clip into each other, and it's going to be, I've got the basic design out. I'm going to leave it until I finish the rest of the ship, and I'm going to come back to this last, because I'm going to have to be very careful in how I print this. For example, Two windows here. Didn't have a piece that was big enough. This is about an inch, maybe 2 inches. I can't remember. Anyway, I needed a half piece, really, that fit in the middle, and so they're overlapping. But you can't tell. It just looks like a cool window. How awesome is that? Let's have a look down here. Oh no, I got that to fit. Ah, yes, these two. Can't really tell that they're not meant to be like that. And I've also thrown turrets here and here. And so yeah, this is going to be a hangar space. I've yet to work out how it is going to work, but we'll get there. Another example is, so I've reversed these, but oh, it's flipping through. But can you really tell? Can you? Tell me you can tell. So yeah, it's all a bit all over the place to make everything fit. What is going? You can't tell. Can't tell. Let's go inside. You can tell. But who's really going to be looking in that corner? You know, no one's going to. And it's symmetrical, so like no one's really going to know. You're probably wondering what this room is. We've got a couple of servers and another command table and a couple of controls. I just realized though I don't have flight controls in here. Probably be a good idea to put flight control. This is the backup bridge. This is if the main bridge gets busted. It's good to have contingencies. Now somehow there's a stairwell. There's a stairwell. Let's go up the stairwell. Oh. Let's go down the stairwell. Okay, look, that stairwell is useless. What I was trying to get to is here. So another escape pod and a beautiful VIP room, which almost fits. So yeah, we're gonna get to that. But anyway, idea is this is where the big boss, not the captain. Captain's got his quarters. This is the big boss. This is your governor. Come and sit and look over this beautiful landscape of nothing. And anyway, so down here we've also got a couple more VIP rooms. They get a nice view of the moon. This is where we've come to. This is where we're going to come to a close. I've put some engines on. Now you're probably wondering, hey, why are the rears so messed up? I did a little math. I ran the numbers. This is one big ship. I 1.6 meters. Now I may have counted it wrong, but that's what I got. 1.6 meters. It's just too big. You know, like sometimes, like materials aside, how the heck am I meant to carry a 1.6 meter spaceship from my workshop up the driveway to the house every time I want to, you know, look at it? I mean, I could look at it in here, but like play with it. It's not a lot of space to play in it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking at shrinking it a bit. Also, that like when you actually look at how much space you have, like I'm gonna run out of ideas filling up those two spots and all of that. The other problem I have is still with the wings, how they come in like that. I looked at putting a second wing in that's mirrored, so kind of like sticks out like that, and that would bring it back to normality. Don't really like it. The thing is I don't want to sacrifice the space, and I really like this. So I don't know. Maybe there's some. If you've got a crazy idea, let me know. Please tell me if you've got any thoughts, anything you've seen today. If you have, hey, go Mitch yourself. This would be an incredible idea. Please let me know, because this is one heck of a journey that I've just started to begin. Maybe I could have this have no bottom. Make it a flat curve. Well, go up into the engines, and maybe I could have one of these thrusters, but like down below, and so 1, 2, 3 instead of one on top, and there's lots I could do. But yeah, so that's that. I will quickly bear with me if I don't knock everything over. So I'm gonna assume that you can hear me. So I've printed the front of it, the color filament. I got that. I took that to school for the kids to play around with. But onto grey. I actually quite like the color. So I've managed to get all this done, and that's pretty cool. That's just the front of it. I almost just broke the ramp here, but I've got the dork trying to bend down and talk to the microphone. I've got the ramp here, which is really cool. It folds up like that. And then the main plate underneath. So I've made progress on the printing, and I have printed. Well, no, I haven't printed. I am printing the captain's chair. So that's very exciting. And I'll show you that next episode. I know this has been a long one. How long has it been? 25 minutes. I can talk. I really can. 25 minutes. And that's all, folks. Please let me know your ideas.